favorite astrophysicist in the entire galaxy.
Do we know any others?
Yeah. His wife is also an astrophysicist, but he's our favorite right now. And one of our absolute favorite guests. His new book is Accessory to War. Please welcome back somebody I am so proud to know, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Thank you.
I must ask about this because about 10 years ago, you and I had a little dust-up because I was really upset that Pluto had been downgraded by him.
Oh, really?
No,
It was him, but he was the front of it. It was a lot of scientists.
yeah, I drove the getaway car. I
Yeah.
actually.
He didn't rob the bank, but he drove the getaway car, and he was the face of, you know, downgraded Pluto. So I gave him a hard time. And now a new study says it should never have been downgraded.
Yeah, so it's a planet.
I don't have a horse in this race. But, you know, briefly, I think we need more words than just planet to describe what orbits a star.
Okay.
Given the diversity and the variance, we have rocky planets, big ones, small ones, gaseous. Some are in the habitable zone where you can have life.
Right.
Some are far, some are this, some have tails. I think we need 50 words rather than just one.
Okay.
And so I'm not even in that fight.
But why can't
but
Pluto be
otherwise,
a planet?
you should have just get over that.
But
Just-
Pluto's
it's fine.
I will never get over that.
But why can't Pluto just be a planet like all the other
Do you know our
planets?
moon has 5 times the mass of Pluto? Do you know Pluto in its orbit crosses the orbit of Neptune? Ain't no
Seems
kind
like
of
you don't
behavior
like
for a
Pluto.
planet. That's not how to behave.
Or a dog. Don't they name a dog? There's a dog. A Disney
Yeah,
dog.
The dog.
Pluto.
That dog was drawn the same year that Pluto, the cosmic object, was discovered. So you have the same tenure in the hearts and minds of Americans.
Yeah.
So Americans are the biggest complainers about the demotion of Pluto.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of that damn dog.
Okay, so on to another topic. The Trump administration recently announced plans to create the Space Force, which apparently would become the 6th branch of the military. Would that be helpful, do you think?
Well, I'm going to make it clear, because just because that suggestion came out of Trump's mouth doesn't mean it's a bad suggestion, okay? just because of that.
No, but you're skeptical.
No, just to be clear. If you want to analyze all information in its own context.
But Space Force, come on. It's already a TV show.
Wait, did you complain when the Air Force separated from the U.S. Army?
I wasn't alive.
The U.S. Army Air Force, and people said, well, command and control in air is different from command and control on the ground, and the soldiers have to be different, they have to know how to fly, the engineers have to be different, they have to know aerodynamics. So they peeled it off, and nobody said, why are we doing that? No, it was a very natural progression in the change of the theaters of operations of
So
war.
you like this? You agree
No,
with
I'm just not I don't object to it. And if you're going to do it, throw in asteroid defense while you're at it.
Yeah.
Because that could render us all extinct if you're going to
That's
talk about
true.
defense.
That's true.
And how about clean up all that space debris that could interfere with commerce? There's so much, space assets now are huge.
They should bring you in.
No. We all walking around on the surface of the Earth, got our GPS, got our this, and all this stuff is coming down from space. Got my direct TV, and Uber is an entire industry that exists only because of GPS satellites, as well as Tinder. You want to know who to mate in 24 hours? GPS. I bet if the people who invented GPS knew that that's how that was going to be used, I don't know how.
And it was a black woman actually. Who,
Oh, really? Okay.
You seem to know a lot about that one, boy.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So it's not as crazy as it sounds.
It's just the name. I think the name just says
Well, plus the speeches they gave were very muscle flexing.
Yeah,
It's
it didn't help.
America.
Yeah.
We're America. We're America. And so, but really, space has been, quote, militarized since the 60s, in the sense that we've had reconnaissance satellites. We're not talking about laser guns or anything, but just it has been in the service of military interests
But could it
ever since
start
we
a
had the
war?
ability.
We're worried about a war in space between us and some other country shall be nameless.
You should worry more about a war on the ground
Yeah, well, I
between
do.
us and some nameless country.
I worry about that too.
Right.
This leads into your book because your new book is called Accessory to War, and it talks about how astrophysics and the military have actually been intertwined for centuries.
Millennia.
Wow.
If you go far enough back, you know Captain Cook, when he went to the South Pacific, his marching orders were, oh, there's an interesting astronomical phenomenon going on in the South. You can only see it from the South Pacific. Here, go measure that. So he measured what's called a transit of Venus. Venus passes between us and the sun. And if you measure that, you learn things about the rest of the solar system. He did that. Oh, by the way, flip over the page. Oh, while you're there, here's some extra navigation tools developed by our astronomers. Map every coastline you find and bring that back to us. Within 2 decades, Great Britain took control of Australia, of New Zealand, of Tasmania, of Fiji Island, of all those countries there have the Union Jack as an insert in their flag. This was knowledge of the universe brought to bear in navigation in the interest of empire building.
Wow.
We have been handmaidens to this activity from the beginning. I was uncomfortable about this for so long, and then I realized not all conflict is bad. You're not going to go in the Second World War and say, you know, Hitler's rising. No, I don't like war.
Yeah, that was the last good one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I stopped judging war just outright saying all war is bad, because the history of war is one where very important causes were fought against very bad people. And so in this book, it's an exploration of how science broadly, but my field in particular, has served the interest of nations.
Okay.
Wow, there's so much I think that we can be proud of as a country when it comes to space. And it reminds me, next year marks the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11's historic mission to the moon.
Yes.
You mentioned the moon earlier. There's a new movie coming out with Ryan Gosling called First Man.
And I think of a movie about Neil Armstrong rather than a movie starring Ryan Gosling.
Right, and that would probably be more
Good
interesting.
luck with that.
Okay.
But there's been some controversy about this because that iconic image of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin putting that American flag, because if anything, this was a very patriotic moment for this country, putting that American flag in the moon, that people are frustrated. Why wouldn't they highlight that in this movie?
It's not even in the movie.
Well, right. It's about him.
The rocket equation.
Right?
It's a beautiful
so,
thing.
A. B, do we all not know that Americans did this? Does he not have the American flag on his out? Is the American flag not on the lander? Does it not say NASA? There's no secret about who went to the moon and
But
who
Ryan
paid for it.
Gosling is Canadian. That could throw them off.
Well, so I don't have a problem. And by the way, what were the words on the plaque? What did he say? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. He didn't say one small step for man, one giant leap for the United States. Right. So there is a unifying concept in the messaging that was put on the moon.
And if you're not sure, look it up.
No,
my gosh.
It's that we come in peace for all mankind.
Yeah.
It doesn't say we come in peace for America. So the flag planting, it's ritualistic, but
But it's history also.
But we know that. That's the point.
You already know it. You can ask, what is it accomplishing? I mean, I don't care one way or another, really. I just know.
It makes us feel better about ourselves.
But also, many of Americans don't.
Wait. We put a man on the moon. He's putting bootstraps. And you're saying, I need the flag to feel better about myself? There's a guy on the moon. Pay attention to that.
I think that the flag should have been included. But let's talk about something else.
Okay, sure.
You're one of the nicest guys we know.
Oh, thank you.
One of the smartest. But you played against type on the Big Bang Theory season premiere.
That's a phrase? That's
against
a thing?
type.
Oh, okay.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, okay. Remember, I'm the guy who kicked Pluto out of the solar system.
And it deserved it, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Whoa, that was fun. Let's see who else needs a DeGrasse kicking.
Bill Nye Science Guy.
Hey, Bill, Neil Tyson, we've got to talk.
That's funny.
It's so good.
I love that show.
So good.
That just aired like a week ago.
I love it. I love it. Well, you should be doing that. You should be having
When
some
artists
fun.
call me, a capital A, so producers, writers, directors, I got it, and they want to put science in their thing, I got to come.
Well, you know, before we go, I just want to say happy birthday to
Oh, it's just weird.
because it's
Yeah.
you're. Can I say it? You're
Oh,
turning
do it.
60 this week.
Yeah.
And
Big success.
so is NASA. Say,
the same age as NASA.
He's the same age as NASA.
Yeah.
I'm the same age as Disneyland. How funny is that? So we got you a little something, something to celebrate.
Oh, no.
Right there. These are courtesy of the New York Cake Pop. And guess what? Even Pluto
Wait, where's
is
Pluto?
there.
The planet.
Wait.
Pluto
Look at
the
these
planet is
Jupiter,
there. Our thanks to Neil deGrasse Tyson. His new book, Accessory to War, is out now, and all of you are getting the book. You're all getting it. All getting it. All right. We'll be right back.
Well, that's just enough to make me want to vomit. So let's go ahead and take a look at this First Man trailer, and might as well just top it off with some more extra garbage. So let's go ahead and watch a guy pretending to be the guy that pretended to go to the moon. I'm just sickened, but whatever. Who cares?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Be an inventor.
First man to walk on the moon. That'd be something.
We've chosen a job so difficult, requiring so many technological developments. We're gonna have to start from scratch. Only after we master these tasks do we consider trying to land on the moon.
Neil, if his flight is successful, you'll go down in history. What kind of thoughts do you have about that?
We're planning on the flight being successful.
Damn, that is a big mother. It'll go up like a half-kiloton A-bomb if it blows.
The vehicle's not safe.
We need to fail down here so we don't fail up there.
This isn't just another trip, Neil. You're not just going to work.
Do you think you're coming back?
There are risks, but we have every intention of coming back.
Somebody got a Swiss Army knife?
Swiss Army knife? You kidding me?
Here we go.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Do you question whether the program's worth the cost in money in and lives?
You're down here and you look up and you don't think about it too much, but space exploration changes your perception. And it allows us to see things that we should have seen a long time ago. We have serious problems.
We've got this under control.
You're a bunch of boys. You don't have anything under control.
That was insanity. I think I saw a flat horizon in here too.
About it too much, but space exploration changes your perception.
The impossible journey.
And it allows us to see things that we should have seen a long time ago.
Huh. Where's the curve there? Did you see that right there? Oh. Now the phone's ringing. NASA's trying to keep me from... There's a lot of curve right there, isn't there? First man, my ass. This guy's a lion sack. Okay, I'm out of here.